Hello, Mandy. Let me start by introducing myself. I go by the YouTube name of Real Life Vlog. However, my real name is Scott. Um, and I just wanted to say I really enjoyed your video. I really enjoyed the presentation. Before I watched your video, I was in a very depressed and very slumped out mood. I've been fighting depression on a personal level. I've been fighting depression, so I've been fighting this depression now for over a month, and it's been driving me crazy. But I absolutely loved the video that you made because you put out such a positive energy. It really just, really affected me and really, it made me feel better. I feel a lot better about, and I haven't really made me feel a lot better about anything really. It just made me put me in a better mood, is I guess in a better way to put it. Let me also further off say I really loved the presentation. I mean, you were very respectful, but yet firm as well, but in a respectful way. And I feel that is a very hard thing for a lot of people to do, is to be firm yet be respectful. So I absolutely love that about your video. Sorry. So anyways, I want to share with you a little bit of my story about my spiritual path a little bit. Uh, First of all, I got to say I am a student of. On my personal time, I study religion. On my personal time, I don't do it for any real gain. I just do it to kind of really find myself in a way, and to kind of understand others and what others believe. I set out with the purpose of proving that religion was just cultured. But what I found out was that it's not just cultured, but it's also universal. That no matter what you believe in, it's the same thing as what your neighbor believes in and what their neighbor believes in. And it could be something completely different that you believe. That religion is universal. It's nothing. I mean, you even said it yourself that what the Jehovah Witnesses were talking about was very similar. I used to classify, before taking on this spiritual journey, I used to classify as a Christian, but I didn't really understand what it meant to be a spiritual individual, which I think that we were all destined to be, to understand each other, to respect each other, and to unlock the inner potential within ourselves, and to give back to the world, both in life and in death. Um, so, with that being said, I believe that religion is universal. So before I used to classify as a spiritual, I mean as a Christian, but now I'm a spiritual slash universal being that believes in very much in spirituality. Um, I really liked your comment when you were talking about the Jehovah Witnesses, and when they come into your door, you invite them in, and when you invite them in, you tell them that yes, I am a pagan, and I'm not interested in converting at the moment. I really like that because when you said "at this point in my life" is a more exact quote, which is something completely true. I mean, in years, in several years from now, I may change my views and or my mind. I may want to classify myself as not a spiritual individual anymore, but as a Buddhist, a Muslim, etc. I mean, I started my spiritual journey 4 years ago. I was pretty much for a religious. I had to take a sociology class. And I took sociology of religion, which kind of really which sparked me to start my study. But I carried it over outside of the school and really took it a step further. I visited. I worked with Muslims. I've worked and studied with the Muslims. I've worked and studied with the Buddhists, and now I'm working and studying with the pagans. Um, I decided to start with I decided now that it's a good time for paganism, because I want to practice the craft a bit more myself, to not only understand it better but to practice it myself. As I said, I'm a spiritual being, so I believe everything pretty much. I am I, when I say that I believe everything, I mean I believe that God or the Creator is universal, and that religion in itself is universal. So I think that it isn't anywhere wrong to practice Buddhism and paganism, or paganism and Christianity all at the same time. Which I do practice Buddhism, I practice paganism, and I do practice Christianity. At the moment, those are the three main ones that I'm practicing all at the same time. Although Buddhism isn't really much of a religion, really. It's more of a philosophy. But more on that later. But anyways, I just wanted to share that with you, share my story a little bit. I mean, it's still developing, obviously, like all of our stories are. I mean, our stories continue even after death. So I really like to hear, I really look forward to watching more of your videos. I got to say, I'm a new fan. I just now started watching, so I look forward to watching more of your videos, and thank you again for making such a respectful and kind video. And thank you for sharing your story. Um, and your stories at that. I haven't watched a lot of your videos yet. I've watched 3 or 4, but this one really kind of reached out to me because I really liked how respectful you were, and how firm you were, but respectful. So I really enjoyed that, and I think that's I think that takes a lot to talk about because a lot of people don't grasp that it's either their way or the highway, and they're going to be disrespectful. And sometimes when somebody offers up a differing opinion, they tend to be disrespectful just because they feel that you're attacking them. But I loved how you said they were shocked at how respectful you were, because I mean that's almost what was almost expected. You expect retaliation when you put out a difference in opinion. But I mean, I try to be respectful. I mean, I'm a very political person at that as well. Well, I guess I shouldn't. I just find certain political views to be very important to me. Um, and so when I do express them, I come off as disrespectful. But no disrespect is intended, but it comes off that way because I feel so strongly about them. And that when I'm discussing it with other people or debating it with other people, they feel that I'm being disrespectful. So it's kind of hard to be firm yet respectful because it's hard for me at times too. So thank you again. I look forward to watching more of your videos. Um, and yeah, it was good meeting you. Talk to you later.